Hey guys, it's John here from Sonic Drive Studio. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel for another episode of John's Tone Chronicles, a show in which I write some sick riffs on a sick guitar, amp that through a sick amplifier, and combine that with a great impulse response. A simple concept and a fun way to go on some tone adventures without too much blah 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 blah. Before we go on, I'd hugely appreciate it if you could drop a like and subscribe down below, as that really helps the channel out. And also definitely let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on the tones, as I always really enjoy discussing the matter with you guys. So someone called the bass guitar police because I tuned my 8-string guitar down to E flat. And that is just really, really low. It should be illegal, in fact. I combined that with my Peavey Invective 120, since that's probably one of the few amplifiers in my collection that can handle those types of tones without an external boost pedal. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a listen. Whoa, that was low and pretty darn heavy, right? So let's take a look at all the gear, the settings, and the signal flow, etc. So I used my beloved Ibanez M80M guitar, the affordable version of the Meshuggah Ibanez signature model. Now this guitar obviously has 8 strings, and that alone already makes this guitar quite unique, but it also has a scale length of 29.4 inches, which is quite long for a production model 8-string, or an extended range guitar in general. And you know what? The scale length makes a huge difference on this guitar. And it's one of the factors that allowed me to tune down so low without the super low notes getting super muddy. So despite being tuned so low, I still think that the low string has plenty of clarity to it. Now, not only the scale length attributed to the tones here, also the body woods that they used. And the body of this guitar has been made out of ash. The ash has a very nice barky and tight quality to it, which seems to work very well with 8-string guitars. And the neck of this guitar has been made out of maple with some walnut stripes. The Lundgren M8 pickup in here is also very cool and unique. These pickups have plenty of girth, but also clarity. And they seem to be the absolute best fit for this particular instrument. So when Meshuggah and Ibanez were designing these guitars, they really knew what they were doing. And they really knew what they wanted based on their previous experiences with other guitar builders and stuff like that. So all of those factors combined make for a very unique and massive sounding guitar. Just unreal, basically. I love this guitar so much, and I'm never gonna get rid of it, I promise. Now, as far as the amp tones go, I really wanted to pull the tones off with an amplifier that did not require an external boost or pre-EQ. And since some of these riffs are so low, most of the amps in my collection would not be able to pull off the tightness of those tones without using an external boost or pedal of some kind. But the super awesome Peavey Invective 120 has a built-in boost as well as a built-in noise gate. So I figured I'd give this amp a shot, and I ended up mucho satisfied. So how did I dial in the amp? I thought you'd never ask. We're using the lead channel, of course, which is the channel with the most gain and saturation. And the built-in boost is turned on with both the tone and level controls maxed out all the way. That's right, no compromises were made here. To get the maximum amount of tightness and clarity, I just had to max the tone control of the boost all the way. That was just a necessity. The built-in gate is turned on as well, just to clean up those silences in between the notes. And that's basically it. It's a very easy amplifier to dial in when it comes to extreme metal. And then we're going into my familiar Fractal Audio LB2 reactive load box, and then into an Ownhammer impulse response that's loaded into Helix native by line 6 in fact, which is an IR from the Workhorse V30 package, and that package can only be purchased in the line 6 marketplace, by the way. The IR that I'm using has a very specific tone that tends to work well for these types of sounds. And I always go for this IR when I want to go in that direction tonally. So I'm using the 412 djent cabinet with the V30M speaker option, and I'm using the high gain mic mix to be exact. Just a killer sounding cabinet that I love to use a lot. In the DAW, there's very little processing going on. I double track the guitars, by the way, so one guitar is all the way on the left and the other guitar is all the way on the right. I did apply a low cut at around 80 Hz just to clear out the super sub lows on the guitars. And I also removed a little bit of low mids in the 200 Hz area on the guitars just to make them sound a little bit less muddy. And just to clean the overall balance of the mix up a tad. And that's basically it. I think it turned out pretty great, and I think it sounds absolutely massive. I don't see myself going lower than E flat, to be honest, unless I get my hands on a 9-string someday. I must admit I've been curious to try one, so never say never. That's all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are, because I'd love to know. And also please hit that like and subscribe button along with the notification bell, as that really helps out the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Cheers!